What is going on, YouTube? PPS back. It is our YouTube play of the day video for this morning on the 15th of February. Decided to drop another play today. It's a decent slate for college basketball. Obviously, I'm going to be looking more towards NBA on the last game before All-Star break and All-Star weekend. But I did want to drop one play. Obviously, if you did check out the channel already, you did see that we do have the Pass the Prop stuff up, coming at you guys at 1 my time, 2 Eastern. So make sure to tune in for that. But only one play today because I will have a lot of free plays out. We ended up sweeping last Pass the Prop, which was awesome yesterday. Oh man, I'm disappointed. That's really the only word you can use. Toledo, obviously, they're wagons. They do what they do, right? They cash and make us money. Can't even speak this morning. So Toledo comes through. The Rockets are the GOAT. And then we look here, Missouri, Auburn, man. So I posted this on Twitter. 2 of the 3 teams that we needed to do well did well. Missouri didn't even show up, and that really disappointed me, especially with how well Auburn played. And I get it, their defense was swarming, but man, you got to come up with some adjustments. There was absolutely no adjustments. They just ran into a double team, get turnover. Auburn, I think, had 45 first half points. And if you would have told me they would have had that, I would have told you 10 out of 10 times that comes through and we get the winner there. But that's how it happens sometimes. So 9-1 run now. We're sitting at 5.29 units going into today. And I am pulling up my screen right now to show you guys the play that I have for today. And it's going to be in a conference we haven't really gone to much so far this year. And it's going to be in the A10. And I will be backing Davidson in St. Louis over 145 or 144.5. This is 145.5, I believe, on FanDuel. So that's playable there. I obviously like this line a little bit better, but let's just go through the basic stuff that we always like to go through to start off the show here with the team that we're backing. We want to go into some St. Louis numbers. They're 73rd in adjusted offense, 157 adjusted defense, sitting right outside the top 100 in terms of pace at 109. Obviously going to Davidson. And this is weird because Davidson's usually a very good defensive team. They shoot the 3-ball well. They're usually senior latent, but they're very, very bad this year. Really, really struggling. I believe they have 2 guys that are carrying most of the stuff, but we'll get into that here momentarily. But Davidson, 125 in adjusted offense, 178 adjusted defense, still playing at a snail's pace of 278 ranking in the country. But first game went to 144, right? We had a nice matchup in that one where both teams played pretty well, right? St. Louis is the better team here. They're the 6-point favorite. I obviously love Pickett here. There's a lot of guys on this team that are good for St. Louis. Obviously, I'll go through them here. I'm going through their last game log here. Pickett led them in 14 points scoring in that first game. But I think he's still coming off the bench here. So I'm looking here. We saw 40% 3-point shooting for St. Louis. We saw Davidson only at 29%. But this game did play a lot faster than the Davidson normal pace, which we like to see. And obviously, Davidson shot 10 for 17 from the line, which is something that we expect to improve if that happens today. What I do like, though, is just the depth of the St. Louis Billikens team. They're going to be tough when it comes into this A10 tournament. Obviously, VCU and Dayton obviously lead the top. But so far in the season, 75 points per game they're averaging. They're allowing 71. So right around this number. Davidson's a little bit lower than this number. But what I do really like, again, is just how good their guards are, right? We're rolling out a 13-point scorer in Jimerson, Collins with 11, Perkins with 11. Very good guard play. And I think that's really where Davidson's going to struggle here. But where I do think that they're going to succeed is Davidson has a guy, their number 2 scorer, 15.2 points per game in Menenga. And he had 16 in their first matchup. Looking at this St. Louis team, they're guard heavy. And they really struggled with Menenga in that first matchup, just being able to body him up down there. He's an Australian guy, 6'9", big dude, able to score in the post and has pretty good post moves. We should be able to obviously get some points from down there. What I also like is that these two teams are actually shooting the ball much better now, right? On the season, not so much. If you go from their season numbers, not so much, right? 34.4% three-point shooting for St. Louis on the year. Over their last 3 games, though, 38%, right? So that is a huge improvement. Hoping that means that we're starting to see a little bit more consistency from these shooters. And Davidson, I mean, this one might be a little bit of a jump, obviously, but their last 3 games are shooting 48% from 3. And on the season, they're shooting 32%. So even if we get a little bit in between, even if we're getting to that 38%, I will love that in this matchup. I think that we're going to see the Davidson pace kind of get negated here, and they're going to move towards St. Louis's pace because obviously St. Louis is much, much faster. I do like that we're getting St. Louis at home as well. They're obviously very, very good at home. And this is a must-win game for these guys if they're trying to push towards the top of this conference. They're 1 game behind VCU and Dayton, and they're tied with Fordham for the 3rd spot here. So very important game. But I just think that this pace can stay the same as that first one. I don't expect the free throw misses. I mean, if it comes down to it and Davidson needs free throws, they have Foster Lawyer shooting 22 or 92% from the free throw line here. So there's a lot of things to like on both sides. I think that the pace is going to obviously lean more towards St. Louis. And I think that these numbers, there's not that many people obviously probably betting this game or really wanting to watch this game outside of like fans for it or like guys like us who are capping these games. But this should be a fun matchup. Obviously, Davidson is down this year. But again, when you have a team that's been up for a long time and you have a better team this year, you're going to want to run through them, right? You want to put up some big numbers. And I expect big numbers from the St. Louis side. And I think Davidson finds a way to keep it close and hopefully hits those outside shots like they have been recently. So 144.5 over on DraftKings, guys. If you could, smash that like button, and I'll hopefully see you live for Pass the Prop here in about 2 hours. So have a good one, guys. Best of luck tonight.